So yeah, that means I need to start from there. All right, I'm recording now. So I'm gonna go from I'm gonna pick my project. This one is called Tremel Adobe 1, and let's see, taking a second. Don't know why, but normally that wouldn't happen. All right, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and I don't really need these, so I'm just gonna go ahead and delete these. If yours pop up, that's that's fine. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and re-import the media since I don't really pick a couple. I'll just take these, import these. Okay. Okay. Next time I might just open up a different project. I don't know why this is taking so long. It took longer. All right. So, and I think I'll just start with, say, this clip here. So I'm sure we did last time we went over the drag and drop and the in and out points. So drag and drop, just basically drag and put it on there. In and out points, you can just make putting it in your preview window. Press I for in point, O for out point, and you can just drag that there. Okay. Now let's say I've got 2 clips on my timeline. Okay. So go ahead and drag 2 clips on your timeline, and I'm gonna minimize my timeline so you can see what it looks like. So, and I pressed plus and minus to minimize and expand. So once I have 2 clips on my timeline, and I'm gonna put my little the playhead in between both clips. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a third clip. And what I want that third clip to do, depending on if I choose insert or overwrite, either that third clip is going to just kind of like delete this and write over it, or it's going to move it aside, depending on which one I choose. So I'm going to pick, I'll pick this clip. And what I'm going to do, something that's important for insert and override, is you got to make sure that this is enabled, okay? So if you don't have that, then it won't work. And the icon for insert and override are right here, or you could just do the shortcut and press a comma, or you could press a period. So for this one, I'm going to do insert first, and when I press it, you see it moved this over. So I'll undo it by pressing Command Z. Then I'll press it one more time, insert, and I still have, I still have my clip. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, this is it right here. So you have that here.
So you mean you said drag?
No, you don't have to drag clip. Double click on the clip. All right. So you can just press Okay, so that was the insert. For overwrite, what it does is it's going to delete this part. So you're not going to see this clip here move over. It's just part of it's going to get deleted. So I'm going to press the overwrite button. And you see, this clip here is now shorter because this clip right here had basically deleted part of it. So, and let's see. And I'm going to undo it so you can see how it goes back to the church sign thing. And I'll do it one more time, and I'll press the period this time. And that part of this clip had been kind of deleted and replaced with this clip. So I could use a different clip. Let me use this one so you can see it a little bit better. So one more time, overwrite. I just press that, and it basically, since it's a much longer clip, it just basically deleted that and went even further. So anyway, and when I insert, it just moves that little part of the clip, that little clip over. So anyway, that's the insert and overwrite. And move this back in place. So next up, the way that I'm minimizing and maximizing the timeline is I'm pressing the minus button to make the timeline, look smaller. I press the plus button to make it look bigger. And with this bar here, when I make the bar bigger, the timeline looks smaller. When I make the bar smaller, the timeline looks bigger. And also, you can click and hold on this bar to move throughout the timeline. So making an edit. Now, or making an edit using Control K, because you guys know about using, the razor blade tool. You click on that, go to your clip, and you click, and then you've made a cut. So you guys know about that just from Final Cut. Let me undo that. But there's there's a shortcut, a way that I prefer to make edits. And in order to do that, you got to have these highlighted here. And what you do is you press Command, and wherever the playhead is, that's where the cut will be made. So you can press, when you get to where you want it to be, you hold down Command and press K. And when you do, it makes a cut. So that's my preferred way, so that way I don't have to go over to where the little tool bin is and click this and click that and all that other stuff. So what I just prefer to do is I prefer to hold down Command and press K. Now if I don't have this activated, and say I go over here and I'm holding down Command and press K, nothing's happening. So I'm hitting the key harder so you can hear that I'm actually trying to do something, but it's not happening. So anyway, got to have that active in order to do that type of edit. So I'm gonna press Command K again now, and just made an edit. All right, so let's go over to some effects, and I'm going to I'm just gonna drag down a different clip. I'll put this clip in. So. Kind of like the common video adjustments assignment that we did. We're going to have something similar to that here. So the way you deal with effects and properties of your clips. So what you do is, you have your clip on the timeline, you double click it, and the way mine is set up is show source. But what I want to do is I want to go to, I'm not going to do effects or effect controls first. All right. Well, I'll show you the effects button first. So over in effects, this is where you can look up stuff like under video effects, you can adjust stuff like the contrast or lighting effects or maybe blur, or do a whole bunch of different things. Chroma keying, all this is in the effects, uh, you know, portion. Okay, so that's going to be just a short version of that. So I say your effects and your effect controls are kind of like the equivalent of your inspector tool in Final Cut Pro 10. So yeah, really, let's just say effect controls. So now on my clip, I'm going to go to effect controls. Okay, and effect controls. This is really like your inspector window because you have things like where it says position. If you need to move your clip left and right, you just click on the number and X coordinates, move it, left and right. So just drag your mouse whichever direction you want to go. Okay, and the number to the side, the XY coordinates, move it up and down. And if you need to reset because maybe you made some kind of mistake with a particular aspect of the clip, you can just use this little. It's not quite, I don't want to say a U-turn, but this, it resets whatever it is that you've edited. So same thing for scale. You go to scale, you can click, hold, and if you need to undo it, then you just press a little reset, button. Let's see. I'm trying to think. You got opacity here. So if I'm going to deactivate this little thing right here so it doesn't set up a keyframe. But my opacity, the reason why it looks darker is because there's nothing underneath this video. But if I did have a clip underneath it, then you would see, you'd see more of that clip as this fades. Let me reset that. And oh, something else I'm going to show you about is keyframes. So we haven't gotten to this in Final Cut Pro 10. But we will, and I'm not expecting you to follow along on the keyframe thing, but I'm just going to show you something. So let's just say, well, keyframes is like locks in an effect at a certain particular part in the clip. So let's say I start off my video here and I have my scale. I'm going to press this little thing here, and you'll see a little diamond looking shape pop up. Okay, and I'm going to say have my clip go to here and make another keyframe, and I can make it through here. And let's just say I make my window, that size, okay? And by the time the clip ends, I want to, go back, have it go back to normal size. So I just made another keyframe, and I press 100, and that's back to normal size. So when I play that, the clip is going to get smaller and then bigger. So it just affects that, and you can do that with pretty much any effect, whether it's changing opacity or level of a chroma key or your colors or anything. So that's just a quick little look at keyframes. We'll go over that more in another lesson. And let's see here, I've got next video transitions. So for video transitions, you need to have two different clips. So I'm going to take another clip from a project window and slide that on my timeline. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to effects. And in there I've got my video transitions. And I'll just pick page peel. That's one that shows up pretty easily. And or page turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click, I'm going to hold, and I'm going to drag this to my timeline. Okay, and then I'm going to let it go. So if I have enough pad, I can have it kind of go into more of them. But because I didn't have any pad on this one, that's why it tends to favor this side, because I think this one I may have cut short a little bit. But anyway, just press play, and that's my my page turn effect. And if I say, and you can just click on the where the transition was and press delete if you want to get rid of it. So what I did, and this time I'll use, I don't know, page peel. So just click, hold, drag it, and you see it kind of feeds up. It feeds into both clips. That's because there's more. I had some more pad on here now, and just go before the clip, press play, and that's my page peel effect. That's just one of many transitions that's available. All right, so now let's create some text. So I'll work with this clip that I have here. Oh, let me just move this over. Okay, and I'm not gonna need all of this. So let me just make a little cut here. I use Command K to do that. All right. So when we want to make text, what we do is we go to the top of our screen. Let's see, does that show up for you guys? Oh, well, even though it doesn't show on, on the TV, just go up to where it says File. Everybody see where it says File? All right, go to New, and then go to Legacy Title. Legacy Title, okay? So click on that. It's going to ask you to name it. I don't know, you could just say, I don't know, title practice or practice title. I'm going to do practice title. Okay. And then press OK. And when you do that, this little window here will pop up. So on this window, you can, hold on, I'm going to adjust it so I can see my video. So I'm going to click here so I can see that. All right, so I can see my video in the background if I need to. So some of the most important things that are within this window is you've got your text button. So that T to the upper, oh wait, well I'll go with the select button above that is the triangle looking thing. So when you have something on your screen, you can actually just, select it. And if you need to move it around or something, let's just say if I've got, I don't know, I'll just show an example. So if I've got, say, this on my screen and I want to move it around or adjust it, I have my select tool, and then I can move it around or make adjustments to it if I need to. So select tool is very important. Also your text tool, especially since you're making text, so you click on the T, and then you can click anywhere on the image, and then it'll set up a little text box for you, and you can just type stuff. So I'll just type hello. All right, exclamation mark. And that font is pretty much whatever default font it has, but you can pick other fonts. So like I can have it like that, or like this, or there's plenty of others that you can choose from. So you have all of these and more. And I'll pick this one just so you can see it better. And what that does, it affects the font. It doesn't, yeah, those have some colors added to it, but if I wanted that color to be, white, I could just click here under fill type, and I could change that over to white, and those words would be white. But so I picked that just because it'd be, easier to see. So now, and with your text, you don't have a little, if you double click on this, you're not going to have another box over here that pops up that has, like a paragraph looking thing where you can type it. It's just all typed on the screen in Adobe. Let's see, get the text. All right. Show back. Okay. So I'm going to go over the shape or rectangle. I kind of touched on that a little bit. So when you have a lower third, usually, often you may have a little rectangular background to go with it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is the rectangle tool. They have other shapes. I just picked rectangle because it's like the most standard. So I'm going to click on that rectangle tool, and usually I go like kind of outside of the margins, and then I click and hold, and I move it down a little bit, and I move it across the screen to make my rectangle. And then once I have it where I want, I let go. Okay. Now, I don't want this color because my words are already red. So, let's see. I know there's what fill type around here somewhere. Fill solid color. Huh. I don't know why it's showing up like that, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't showing red, but I had a feeling it was gonna adjust. So let me change that to I don't know. I'm gonna go. I like go purple. See if I can go purple. All right, so I'll make it purple for some reason. All right, so now my rectangle's purple, and if I want to change the something else I want to change is, and I'm not requiring this for your homework, but you know if you want to have some professional looking lower thirds, probably want to have it a little bit see through. So I'm gonna go over to opacity. I'm gonna click, hold, and I'm just gonna drag that a little bit to make it a little more see through. All right. And then, well, I'm going to just slide my words, or slide my word on there. Now, something that's a problem here is that my rectangle is over the word, and that's not good. So, if I want to adjust that, I'm going to press Control Z, Command Z. So, if I want to fix that, what I can do, I can go up to Graphics, and I can go to Arrange. And since I have this selected, it's going to affect this. So I can go to Arrange, and then I'm going to put press Bring to Front. And see now that one is arranged to be in front of the rectangle. So let's see. And oh, something else I want to show you guys is that having this button selected is helpful. This is how you can see your background image. So if you want, I don't know, your rectangle, your words to pop up in a certain area, but you don't want it to be like, say, covering somebody's face, then if you have this active, then you can see the video behind it, behind your words. If you don't, you're just making it and hoping that it, you placed it in the right spot. So. Now let's get to exporting. So, since I'm done with this, I'm going to press X, and then it shows up in my little project window as I call it practice title, and there was practice title. So, and let's say I want to export some video. Let's just about 4 seconds. That's make it even shorter since this is just for practice. All right. So I've got I'll make it even. Anyway, 4 second or so video. Now, in order to export, this is important because it's not the same process as in Final Cut. So you go to File, and you go to Export. Okay. You don't do that in Final Cut because that's definitely the wrong thing. But here you want to go to Export, and then you want to go to Media. So go to Export, go to Media, click on Media. Now I'm not gonna go give you the whole run through on how to do all these things. Just a few things I want you to check for. Format H.264. Output name, if you want to change that, I'll just do it. I'll just call mine Export Sample. So I'm going to change that from that clip number to EXPORT sample. And in this instance, I'm going to send it to the desktop. And I'm going to go ahead and press save. And that doesn't make it automatically start exporting. It just changed the name here. Some other things you want to check for is make sure that you're exporting audio and video, just in case, you know. And yeah, this other stuff, it can get a little advanced and particular, so I'm just gonna leave this stuff, you know, alone. Now, there's two ways you can export. One is you can export it to the queue, and that's with Adobe Media Encoder. And what that does is, one advantage of that is that you get an estimation as to how long it's going to be before your video is exported. It might be behind here. Oh, it's opening up right now. So if you don't see Media Encoder, you know, immediately, then one thing to do is minimize Adobe Premiere, and you'll see it start to open up, and it'll open up any moment now. Any moment now. And while that's doing that, I can show you another way to export. So if I wanted to export the same thing, I can go to, you know, File, Export, Media, and instead of pressing Q, I can just go to Export. Okay, when I do that, oh, now that program just popped up. So I'll get to that in just a second. So for Media Encoder, sorry to go back and forth so much. Pretty much it puts your project here, and when you're ready to export, you press this button right here. What'll happen is they'll show a little window here of the video as it's actually going through it, and it'll give you a time estimate as to how long it's going to take. So I'm going to go ahead and press that now. And you see there it is, and since it was such a short video, it's already done. So I know that was quick. So, and then when you get done with that, you can just X out. And this one I'm just going to leave the name as this because just to show you that when I go to the desktop, you'll see both clips and both of them were exported. So in this instance, I'm just going to press the word export, and it's exporting, and it's done. So now let me minimize this. Okay. All right. So anyway, so the one that export sample, the one I did from the Media Encoder, here it is, and the one that I did through just pressing export is right here also. So yeah, Media Encoder was the name of that program, but to get to that I had to press Q. So that's what I sent it through. So now for your homework, it's very similar to what we just did. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to start over. So basically put a clip on the timeline. All right. Once you've gotten into Adobe and done all that stuff, and I'll just go with change sequence settings. And I don't need all this. Let's see. This is about 5 seconds. I'm looking here, and it tells me that this is about I'm 5 seconds into my timeline. So, yep. I'm gonna press Control K I'm gonna delete the rest of that stuff. And I want to make a text. So I'm gonna go up to File. I'm gonna go to New Legacy Title. And I don't know. I'll just say Tramiel text assignment. And your name, yeah, and assignment name, Adobe. Well, so for you, you'd say your name and then Adobe text assignment. Sorry, that's for the your name and assignment name. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. So this time I'll make my rectangle first. Oh, there it goes. And sure. White rectangle is fine. I'm going to do opacity because I just want mine to look better. So, got my little rectangle. I think I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. All right. I'm going to hit my text button. And I'm going to have my name. And I'm just going to press enter to go down to the next line. And then Adobe. Well, I can't even text assignment. And I don't really like, well, maybe if the font was a different color. So I'm going to press select. And so now all that is selected, and I'm gonna change the color. Let's try red. See what that looks like. It looks okay, but I'm gonna slide it in front of here, and I'll just let that be it for me. All right. I'm gonna make this a little centered because that's how I'm gonna do it. So anyway, got my name, got the name of the assignment. Got 5 seconds video. Wait, hold on. Let me X this out because I made it, but it's not on my video. You see that? So let me go ahead and slide this over to the video. Cool. And it doesn't have to be up the whole duration of the video, but if you want to. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You can add a video transition to this if you choose to do so. So 5 seconds of video, lower third with your name and assignment name. And your name over, a rectangle, 5 seconds of video. So we got all that. So I'm gonna go to File. You guys with me? Okay. I'm gonna go to File. I'm gonna go to Export Media. And yeah, and basically I can just press Export. So, and yeah, I'll do it that way this time. So, and export. Oh, I didn't pay attention to where I sent it. Yeah, you gotta pay attention to that. All right. Did I send it here? Oh, okay. It was already, remained on the desktop. So, yep. And here's the video. So.
What motivated you to keep coming back?
All right. So that's my video, and that's what your, you don't have to use that clip, but your homework should look something like that. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a few other things I can show you on Adobe, but I'll wait till next time. All right. Yeah, that's it. Let me go ahead and stop. Sure. Oh, and when you're exiting Adobe, let me say something. You do have to make sure to save your changes because this isn't like Final Cut where it automatically saves. You do need to save your stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and click yes as far as saving. And when you open up Adobe again, you don't have to worry about closing the library because it'll just show that opening screen like I had before. So, and then you can open whatever name of your project is. So anyway, that's it.